In this updated LumaFusion tutorial, you're going to learn exactly how to edit videos on iPhone and iPad using LumaFusion. And we'll also look at some of the cool new features since our last tutorial and how you can easily make the most out of them. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video, where we help you grow an audience and scale your revenue with online video. If you're seeing value in this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It really does help. And all the links to everything we mentioned in this video, you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump into it. LumaFusion is still one of the best video editing apps for iPhone or iPad right now. It packs in a ton of pro level functionality, so it can definitely get overwhelming for new users. But don't worry, in this video, we're gonna take you through a complete edit step by step so that you'll know exactly how to use it. And once we're done, I'll also share with you my top 3 tools to easily level up your videos in LumaFusion or any other video editor. And just a quick heads up before we get into it, we're not gonna cover off on every feature in here. I'm gonna show you the key stuff that you need to know to get the most out of the app and to start getting great results as fast as possible. Now, a big part of editing video efficiently is process, no matter what video editing software you're using. So to help with this, I'm gonna take you through here using the Primal video method, which is the most efficient and effective way to edit your videos down with minimal wasted time and rework. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna share with you where you can download your copy of the Primal video method that you can use as a checklist when you're editing down your future videos. Okay, so this is the first thing you see when you open up LumaFusion. Now, I'm just doing this on a phone, but the process is gonna be exactly the same if you're on a bigger device like an iPad as well. One of the coolest things about this app is that it will work in both portrait mode and in landscape. So if you are on a smaller device, then I would recommend you switching it to landscape so that you've got more screen real estate to play with, more control over your edit. So straight away it says press plus to create your first project. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come down the bottom here and hit this plus button, and let's give our project a name. We'll just call it Justin. Then it says select your frame rate, and in here we've got all your standard frame rates, everything from 24, 25, 30 and above. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick 30 for this one because that's the video that I wanna create. And then we get to come down here and choose our frame aspect ratio, or the format of the video we're creating. So you've got your standard 16:9 landscape, standard YouTube video there, or you've even got things like 9:16 if you want to do a portrait video for things like Instagram stories. So you've got a lot of different options in here. We're going to leave this as standard. And then we're going to come up to the plus button to create our project. Okay, so this is the LumaFusion interface. Up here is your playback window. This is where we'll be able to preview and playback our video as we edit it. Down the bottom here is our timeline area. This is where the editing really happens. Right now, up here is our media window where we can import all of our files and videos and those sorts of things. And I say right now because this whole interface is customizable. So if you come down the bottom here to this little button, we can actually change the layout to customize this up. So we can move some of the panels around, we can remove some of the panels. And maybe if we just want more screen real estate for just our timeline and our video playback, then we could hide all the other panels. So this is a really powerful feature, giving you the ability to customize all of this up. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this as a default. So if you wanna follow along with everything that I'm doing, then you could use the same layout as well. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do now is import our video footage into our editing timeline down here. Now, you wanna make sure that you are seeing this import window at the top. If you're not, again, down under layout and press the one in the top left and that will show up. So now you wanna go through and navigate to where your videos are. So I'm gonna go videos and find my primary footage, which is this clip here, and I'm gonna tap on it. Now, if you're not seeing photos here or you got your video saved in a different location on your device, then press this little button up the top corner here, and you can choose photos, or if your files are under files, then you can get them there, or if they're imported into a specific app, then you can access them from there as well. So I'll back out of this one now. But you want to select on your video clip to load it up here in this preview window. If you just want to use your entire video clip, you can press this little import button. That will drop your entire clip down into the timeline down the bottom here. Or if we hit undo and select our clip again, if we want to just select a portion of our clip, or a specific area, we can grab these yellow handles on either side to adjust the start time and the end time of our video clip. So now when we press this import button, it's only selected that 3-minute section of our 9-minute video, and dropped that down into our timeline. But for this video, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the entire clip for us to edit down in the timeline. So you want to import all of your primary video footage at this point. And we can pinch to zoom on the timeline here to zoom out so we can see the entire clip there, and makes it easier to move around your footage just by pinching to zoom in and out. So let's come across back to the start and let's start editing down this footage. So we're back over at the start of the clip. Let's zoom in so we can get more detail and more control over our clip. Now we could just press play at this point to play our video file. Or what I usually like to do at this point is just to tap and swipe to the left and to the right to scrub through our footage to find out where I'd like the clip to start. So you can see I must be counting down to make sure the audio is synced before I take a breath and then start talking. So we're going to want our video to start around here. So we can make sure that our clip is selected, and we can press the pair of scissors down the bottom here, and that's going to cut our clip or split our clip at that point. So you can see we've now got a left clip and a right clip. Now what we need to do is select the one on the left and press the trash can down the bottom here, and that has removed our clip. So our video now starts at that point. Now, as with all video editing apps and programs, there's multiple ways to do things. So if we undo this now and undo it again, another way that we could start our video at this point is again selecting our video clip. Coming over to the very start of our clip, you can see we've got that white arrow here on the screen. We can press and hold on that, and we can drag our clip across, so that our clip now is going to start at this point. So it's important to know the different features you've got access to and the different ways that you can cut your footage down, because you'll likely end up using a combination of them when you get really fast at editing. Okay, so we've adjusted the start point. Let's zoom out and go all the way across to the end of our video, and let's do the same with the end. Let's remove the finish. So we'll come across here to where I finished talking. And we could either add a cut in our timeline here by pressing the scissors and delete that clip. Or if we undo that now, we could just grab that handle on the end and drag it back to where we want it to finish. And we've trimmed the end off our video. Now let's say we want to remove a chunk of footage from the middle, maybe here where I'm looking down. Let's remove this section. Again, we can just come across to where we want to add a cut. And where do we want to add another cut? Around here somewhere. Press the scissors. We can select that clip in the middle then and press the trash can. That clip or that section has been removed and that gap has been closed up. So you want to go through now, remove any of your bad takes, any of your mistakes, or any footage that you 100% don't want to have in your finished video project, just using those methods that I've just shown you. So now that you've gone through and done your first pass of your edit, if you find that you want to move any of your footage around, you can just press on a clip, pick it up, and drop it into the area you'd like it. So it's really easy to just pick up and move around these chunks of footage to build out the story that you're looking to tell. So now that you've got your primary footage in, it's now time to add in any B-roll or overlay footage. So we want to come back up the top here and find any additional video clips that you want to add in. So we're going to add in this clip here of the switch pod. So we select that, we can then choose the area of the clip that we'd like to import, and let's tap on that clip and drag it down onto our project above our primary video footage. And you can see that's created a new video layer at that point where it's me talking on screen, and then it now has this other video footage that's playing on top while I'm still talking underneath. And then at the end of that clip, it's back to me talking. So we can go through now and add in any of our additional video footage, and we can use those same tools again to remove any of the areas that we don't want. So go through now, add in any B-roll or overlay footage that you want to use in your video. Once that's done, we're going to add in any text or titles. So we're going to come back to the start of our video here. Let's bring up a lower third or a title screen for me here. So to do that, we want to come down to the bottom plus button here, and let's choose overlay title. We zoom in on this. You can see our title has been added here in our timeline, and we even have the text up here that says your text here. So to edit this, we're going to double tap on it. It's going to open up our text editor, and in here you've got a heap of different presets and things for your titles. So if there's any of these that you want to use or you want to use as your starting point to customize up, then there's a lot in here to choose from. But we're just going to go a plain white title, and I'm going to double tap on the text over here so I can edit it. And let's type in Justin Brown and press done. And then we can go through and customize up what this looks like. So you've got a ton of settings down here. Let's do the size. Let's Let's make it a little bit smaller. Maybe we want to change the font from Arial. Let's go DIN Condense, so it's a little bit bolder. Now we can pick up and adjust our titles just by tapping on the screen here and repositioning it. So maybe we'll bring it down here, and maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. But you can go through and you can customize this up for your fonts, your brands, your colors, and really dial in that look and feel for the titles that you're after. Okay, so we've got our title in. We're gonna hit the back button in the top left-hand corner there to go back, and let's adjust where we want this to start. So I start talking. Maybe we'll slide this along a little bit more so it comes in a little bit later. And let's finish this a little bit earlier as well. Grab that end handle and slide it back. So I start talking at the start of the video, title pops up, and title disappears. Simple. So you want to go through now and add in any titles or text to your videos. Once that's done, we're now going to add in any transitions that you want to have in your video. So a transition is really an effect that sits between two clips, or can help you blend between two clips. So in LumaFusion, you can find your transitions up under this little button in the top left-hand corner here and down under transitions. And you can see that there is a lot in here to choose from. And if you want to preview them, you can just tap on them and they'll show you what that transition is going to look like. But this is one area that a lot of people just go overboard and really cheapen their videos. So I'd say try to use these sparingly, or only when it's really adding value to your video. But the ones I'd normally look at would be your cross dissolve, which is just a standard fade or a basic fade, or a dip. So it's dipping to a color, usually black or white, in between the two clips. Now to apply them, all you need to do is to select the one that you want and drag it down between the two clips. And you can see that transition is now applied. So I'm talking, finishing up one clip, it dips to black, fades out to black, then comes back in for the next shot. Now I'm going to go ahead and undo this to remove that, because I normally wouldn't apply a transition between two shots that are pretty much the same. Instead, what I would do to break it up and to hide that harsh jump cut is to zoom in on one of the shots, either the first one or the second, just to make the shot look a little bit different. So it almost looks like you've used two cameras for your shoot. So we're going to go ahead and select this clip now and double tap on it. And that's going to open up our video properties panel. Now there's lots of cool stuff that you can do in here, but I'll just show you the transition or the zoom in first. So all I'd be doing in this case here is just coming up to this area and pinching to zoom in so that we're scaling up on the shot a little bit. And I'd reposition it so I'm trying to keep my eyes in around the same sort of position on the non-zoomed in shot and the zoomed in shot. And it might take a little bit of back and forth to get this right. But now let's go back, pressing the button in the top left-hand corner, and let's have a look. So this is the zoomed in shot. Let's go back to the one before it. There's the wide shot. So we're playing through our video footage here, and at this cut, it's now zoomed in for this one, and then back for the next shot. So you could really go through, and every second clip in here, you could be adding that zoom effect too, just to break up your video so it's not just a hard cut each time. So let's just double tap on one of our clips here, just to bring us back into that clip properties and effects area. Now, one other thing I will point out while we're on this menu is down the bottom here, this is where you can also come to adjust the speed of your clip. So if you press on this area down here, this is where we can speed up or slow down our video clips. So if you want to reverse them entirely and have them play backwards, then we can press this little button here. So if you're looking to speed up, slow down, or reverse, this is where you can find it. I'm going to go back out of this now. So you want to go through now in this step and add in any of those transitions or any of those zoom in effects to your footage. Next up, we're going to add any audio files or music into our videos. So to do that, you want to come back up to this top left-hand corner and then navigate through to where your music is saved on your device. So if it's just saved on your device as music, then you can select music here. Now, if you're not seeing music here, because I think by default now it's not automatically added in there, then you can come down here and choose Add Edit Sources. And you can grab the music source there and drag it over onto the other side here into the in-use area. Back out of this now, and you've now got music selected there. And you can go through, select your music track. Now for me, I've got music that I've imported over onto my iPhone, and I just saved it under Files, under a folder called Music, and here is the music track here. So I'm going to press on this music track and drag it down the bottom here beneath our video clips. And you can see that that's now in our timeline as that green clip. Just like all of our other clips, we can press on it, we can pick it up, we can move it around, we can adjust the start and end times on it and trim it and cut it as we need to. So let's come across to the end here and make sure that our music track is finishing at the same time as the rest of our video. So I'll press the scissors on this one to cut it and remove the remainder of the clip. And we've now got our music file in there. So go ahead now and add in any music tracks or sound effects that you want to have in your video. And once those are in, the next step is to adjust all of your volume levels. Now, once again, there's a few different ways that we can do this, but what I would suggest you do as the priority is adjust your primary camera footage, your core video footage, and set the volume levels where you want it for that first, and then we can adjust your music or any sound effects as a secondary. So you want to come down to this button down the bottom here and press on this, and this will bring up our volume levels for our individual video and audio tracks in our timeline. You can see that we have 3 main layers here. Our B-roll layer, we've got our primary footage layer, and our music layer, and they all correspond with these 3 sliders off the side here. So what we're going to do first is mute our music layer, and we're also going to mute our B-roll layer. So when we play this back, we're only going to hear the spoken piece, our primary footage. So if I press play now, we can see on the side here, we've got the visual representation showing us how loud our audio is. And we can make adjustments to this just by grabbing that slider to boost it up if we want it louder, or lower it down if we want it quieter. Now with this, as a general rule, you definitely don't want to have your audio up into the red areas. See, that's touching the red there now. It means the audio is too loud and it is distorting and it's going to sound bad. So you really want to have it towards the top end of the green and into the yellow, but definitely not hitting into that red area. And again, this is adjusting the volume on this entire video layer here. So any clips that are on this video layer are now going to be adjusted to that new volume level. So if all your footage is consistent on this video layer, like mine is here, then it makes it really easy to adjust all of them at once. Now you can also adjust the volumes on an individual clip by clip basis as well. If we double tap on a clip, come back to this button down the bottom left for the frame and fit settings, and then come down to the little audio button down the bottom here. Then here we've got a volume slider again for our individual clip. So we might want this one lower. If we hit back on this one now, then that individual clip has been lowered, but all the rest of them are still at that higher volume level. So you want to go through and adjust your volume levels on your primary footage either as the overall track or on the individual clips themselves. From there, once that's done, next we'll do the music. So I'd unmute the music volume levels. And really with this one, there is no right or wrong. It's going to come down to the individual track and how loud or how quiet it is, but also for you personally, how loud or quiet you want the music to be inside your video. So for us in the videos that we create, we normally have some music playing in the background, but it is really quite low. So we'd normally lower this down to maybe around -35. But again, it depends on the different audio tracks. That's normally where I'll start it, and then I'll play through and just make sure I'm happy with how loud or quiet it is and make any adjustments to it as needed. And ideally, you're doing this step with headphones on so you can really hear how it's all going to sound. Now, if there's sections of audio that you want to make louder or quieter, you could either just split your audio clips and manually adjust the volume for that specific clip to be louder or quieter. So we've just boosted that volume up for that little section there. Or for more control and some more advanced settings, if we double tap on that to open it up in this edit window, then we can add in some volume keyframes to really dial in the volume and have it adjust throughout our clips playing. So let's say that throughout this piece of the video here, I want to lower the volume down, even lower than we've previously set before. I can come over here to add a volume keyframe, press on that. So that's where we want to start making this volume adjustment. So let's come across a little bit further and add another keyframe. Now let's lower the volume at this point. So you can see what we've done here. We've got our regular volume level until we've hit that first keyframe. We're then lowering that volume until we hit that second keyframe that we added. And then from then on, our volume is at this lower level. So we could play through our video here and now until we want it back to the regular volume. We can add a keyframe, press the plus. We can come across a little bit further to where we want it to go back to original. And let's boost this back here to 0. And now we've got our volume brought back up to the normal level after that period of time. So these keyframes are a really powerful way to really dial in your audio. So we've done the volume levels on our primary footage, on our music or audio tracks. The third place that we've actually got audio in this video is on these B-roll or overlay clips. So if we actually wanted to keep the audio in the background from this B-roll here, then we could adjust that accordingly. But what I'm going to do is just leave it on mute here because I don't need any of this background noise inside of our video. The next step then is where we apply any color grades or color effects or adjust any of the colors in our video. So we'll come back to our first clip and we're going to double tap on it to open it up. And then we want to make sure that we're on this last tab, which is our color and effects panel. Now, once again, there is a lot of different settings and things that you can really dial in and configure inside of here. And there's also a ton of presets in here so that you don't always have to start from scratch, especially if there is a look or a filter that essentially matches what you're after. But the cool part about these is even if you select one of these presets, you can then come down here and you can really customize it up to get the look that you're after. But usually I'll just start with the original footage and then I'll come down here to start customizing it up. And where I'll go first down here is with the brightness. So I want to make sure that I'm happy with how bright or dark the overall shot is first. Then I like to come down to the bottom here and adjust the blue levels. This is really your white balance. So the more we move this across to the yellow, we're making our shot a little warmer, and over to the blue, we're making our shot a little cooler. So this will allow you to correct the white balance if it wasn't set correctly in your camera at the time of filming. From there, I'll come back up to the contrast. And we just make some minor adjustments in here as well. But again, this is really just personal preference, dialing in the look that you're after. And then if it's needed, I'll normally boost some of the colors in here as well with the saturation and the vibrance. You don't want to get too overboard here because you'll end up looking sunburnt. Let's bring it back a little. And maybe the vibrance up a little as well. But as you can see, there's a lot of different settings and things that you can customize in here to get the look that you're after. But even with just some simple adjustments like that, here is a quick before and after. So once you're happy with that, it's a good idea to save this look or these adjustments as a preset. So you want to hit that plus button up here and give it a name. We'll just call this one JB, press done and hit the little plus so it actually saves. And now to apply this look to the rest of our video, you can come down here and press on the little clipboard here and press copy. So we've copied all of those effects. We can go back to our timeline. Now we could just select the next clip and double tap on it and go through and load our preset or our favorite up the top here, press JB, and that setting is now applied to that next clip. Or we can actually do this in bulk. We can select a clip, press this little button down the bottom here, to allow us to select multiple clips. Now we could just tap on each one individually, or when you're in this mode, you can actually grab this handle at the top here, the white handle, and pull it across to the end. That's going to select all the rest of the clips in our timeline. Now we will want to make sure that we're only selecting that video layer. So if we come down the bottom here to this button, this will bring up our settings for each of the video layers. Let's just press the padlock on the B-roll layer and the padlock for the audio layer. And then we can come down here to that clipboard button again. And this is where we can paste those effects to all of those selected clips. Now in this case, we only want to paste the color adjustment. So we're going to deselect these first three, leave the second two selected here and hit paste. That's going to go ahead and paste that color grade or those effects to all of our remaining clips without changing any other effects that we might have already had on there. We'll come back over here, we'll unlock those two layers. And let's hide that panel. But being able to select multiple clips like that is an amazing feature. It's going to save you so much time. So once you're done applying your color grade or color effects, we'll deselect those clips by pressing again on this button down the bottom. And our video is done. So now we're going to export it or to save it out. So for that, you want to come down to the bottom right-hand corner, the share button down here. And we're going to select movie. Now you've got presets in here to upload direct to YouTube, Vimeo, or save it out to your files area. Normally here I find it easiest just to save the video out to photos so that I can use it in any of those apps. And then you get to customize up your settings. Now by default, these are going to be matched to the video footage that you have used in your video. So you can see here the default setting for me is 4K. Now if we wanted to change that and export a 1080p version, then we can come down here and select 1080p. We can adjust the frame rate again if we need to. You can adjust your video quality. So it's suggesting 70 megabits per second. Now that's pretty high. And if we come down to the bottom, it's actually going to give you an estimate of how big your finished video will be. So depending on your requirements, you can customize up your settings in here. But for the most part, they're going to be pretty good straight out of the box. But let's say you did want a smaller video size for uploading to YouTube. You might drop this to 10 or 20.
It says standard here is 20. And let's have a look down at the file size now for this video, and it's dropped to 108 megabytes. So then all you need to do is come up to the top here and press the export button again, and your video is going to save out. Now what I would suggest you do here is play back the video, make sure it looks the way you want it, make sure it sounds the way you want it, and make any adjustments if you need to. So that is a complete walkthrough using LumaFusion on iOS.
Now, earlier in the video, I said I would share with you my top 3 tools to help you create amazing looking videos. So tool number 1 is with stock footage. Using stock footage in your videos will allow you to show so much more than the footage that you're able to capture yourself. This will help you better explain what it is you're talking about in your videos, but also give your viewers more to look at, making your videos more engaging and helping them stick around longer inside your videos. So my top 2 places where we go for stock footage for our videos is to Storyblocks and to ArtGrid, and I've got links to those down in the description below if you want to check them out. Tool number 2 is using animations in your videos. So they could be animated text, animated titles, or even an animated intro sequence for your videos. Now this is something where you could go and spend hours learning something like Adobe After Effects or Apple Motion to create these things from scratch. But there are some amazing services out there that will really do all of the hard work for you and make it super simple to add these to your videos. Our top recommended place for grabbing your animated intros and animated text is called Placeit, and they make the entire process so simple. And that brings us to number 3, which is stock music. Adding music to your videos can again help your viewers be engaged with and stick around watching your video content. Your music will help dictate the feeling that your viewers should have while they're watching your videos. But also, if you're picking the wrong music tracks, you could easily annoy and distract your viewers, making them leave your video. So your music selection is super important. And where we go for all the music on our channel is to either Artlist or to Epidemic Sound. Both of those are fantastic options. They make the whole licensing and music selection super simple. And they've both got huge music libraries, so you don't have to worry about picking the same music tracks that everyone else is using. So there's 3 easy ways that you can level up the quality of your videos from here on in. Again, links are in the description, and I will see you in the next one.